Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
I mean, I care a little bit now that I know a little bit more about its story. Alright. So hey everybody, I had a little bit of a... gave myself a little bit of a break using my vocal cords, because I there are times where I use my vocal cords too much and I can taste like blood and stuff. And I've never found out exactly what it is, but I can guess that it's probably just I'm talking too much. A little bit of blood is seeping into my mouth.
It seems we have found the entrance to our robot friend's hideout.
Right. Let's head down.
Are you mad? We've no idea what lies below.
Beats going the long way around. Come on.
We can't go the long way around anyways, because that would involve going backwards. And I don't think we can actually do that. Alright. Yeah. Basically, just gave my voice a little bit of a rest as I had to repeat everything. So why is this a different color now? P-33 was brown in all the other shots we saw. But here it's blue. Did you give it a paint job?
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Externally.
Yeah, we can't let that get loose.
Looks like we found it.
Whoa, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Externally.
Do it, Beep! Beat him up good!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs. Knock it down. Take out the shade.
We're not doing nearly as much damage as I would like to be doing, but that's okay.
Exterminating. Aim. 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 Aim.
Beepy, wait, that's enough! You're gonna be destroyed if you keep fighting. Yeah, well, maybe. You should have thought about that.
My mission.
No, I can't live without you! I don't want to be alone again! You were alone for like 5 seconds, technically, okay?
Oh, damn it. That's a shade. It's a shade!
Kill him. Kill him. Feel the hate inside you.
So this part's never explained. Why does it get fucking metal wings? Does it just have this power suddenly?
Exterminating. Aim. Aim. Aim.
Its original designers were up to no good when they made this.
This thing can transform.
What happened? Why did it instantly die? Stop! Beepy's my best friend in the whole world! Stop hurting him! Your best friend just died instantly without me doing anything. So, like, that's my bad, I guess? It was inevitable, but, like, I expected to fight the winged form. Farewell, Shade. Whoa, what the? What if we leave it alive for a little bit? Will it talk? They can't kill it, they're just NPCs. So, no final words? Then I apologize. I'm sorry to have killed you. And BP. You know, I wonder how strong that ability actually is. I haven't given it a chance at all.
Must defend my mission.
Your mission's gone. You already failed. I'm sorry, BP. P20 or P33. BP, I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough. Well, you were a young shade. I wanted to be with you forever.
GaLm. Together. BP. Alone. BP. Cry.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me!
Yeah, you can continue believing that if you
Why
want.
did you have to be here? Why you? Why?
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
Shut up, Tyran.
Hey, come on. That's enough.
I did it! Now that this goddamn thing is dead, I can forage wherever I want. Just wait, you goddamn freak! Now I can make all kinds of powerful weapons! Just leave it to me! Leave it all to me!
Yeah.
Look, forget it, okay?
We're just gonna leave you be. We're gonna let you just keep pounding away on the machine. We got what we came here for.
Hatred and madness will never heal a wounded heart.
Maybe it's just all he's capable of right now.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
Yeah, I know.
And yet he got his revenge, supposedly. Even though we know better.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
I like that this replay tour is just all the shades that we killed, except for the Forest of Myth didn't really, nothing really changed there. What's going on here?
You know, I've been thinking, why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
It did.
Actually,
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
Kaine's just like,
right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
you should have a conversation with Tyrant.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
You know, it's really amusing to me. So, like, Kaine has this complexity to her character because of the fact that, like, she has a part shade, so she's like hearing all the conversations these shades are saying, and we aren't as the main character. But she's also just like not fucking telling us. Like, there are plenty of times where she could have just been like, "Oh, this shade is like a kid, and it's yelling about not wanting BB to die." And we would have been like, we probably still wouldn't have cared, but at some point we would have stopped and been like, oh, we're killing humans. Like, these things are actually capable of, like, thought. And we're just slaughtering them in, like, en masse. Although, on the first playthrough around, the missions are a lot tougher, so it's not really that much slaughtering. Alright, popely pop pop popely pop pop. Tell us what's next. Is it the seafront mission?
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key, Popola?
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Eyrie, right?
That depressing shell of a village?
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
Sacrifice? Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
That's right. I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
You're amazing, Popola.
This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
What do you mean?
The Eyrie has been shut off from the world for years. And now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural and dangerous.
You're overthinking it. Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous. I won't get Yonah back by just sitting around and waiting. If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I won't stop you. Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
Popola, you really don't give that hardcore of like an effort to stop us. She's just like, it's dangerous. And we're just sitting here like, we don't care if it's dangerous. We're gonna fight everything and anything in order to get Yonah. She could have stopped this.
Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
She could have stopped this whole thing easily by just lying to us about the stone fragments. Mistranslating, saying that she just doesn't know. But no, she helps us happily along the entire way, and then suddenly it's our fault when we end up having to fight her and her sister.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
The shade that takes over Kaine is... he's such an asshole.
We do not desire.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
Then we can continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
he will kill us all. Women and children included.
What should we do? What can we do?
Yeah, we really are a monster in the eyes of the Shades, aren't we? He'll kill us all. Yeah, I will. And I'm not even gonna feel that bad about it. I'll feel a little bad about it. So they just, like, the entire village gets possessed. Which is a hell of a way to go for Kaine's home village of supreme assholes. I said I want to climb.
I don't believe in anything anymore. It's over. For us and for you.
See, that's the question, though. Are the villagers all possessed? Or is it just, like, a good number of them and nobody knew? Considering what's about to happen to this place, it doesn't really matter. But I'm genuinely curious about it.
Hello? We're here from Popola's village.
It's all over.
We came to ask about the letter you sent.
Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed.
As cheerful as ever, it seems.
You're the one who wrote the letter, right?
I don't know about any letter.
What the hell is going on here?
It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something.
Yes, the collection of villagers in the middle of the area who do have some supplies. I want to see if they have weapons this time around, because they didn't last time. They want it to seem perfectly normal.
Welcome.
What do you have? Eggplant, tomatoes.
Come back
No, don't need any of those.
Make sure you...
Healing supplies, no. Weapon shop.
My weapons...
He has none. But I could sell... some of the materials we got. Look at the broken antenna, Jesus Lord. Okay, that's really it. Wait. Damn it. I thought we got 69, 420 G, and I was about to say really nice.
Thanks.
But I will.
Why not fill your garden with flowers?
Pink? No pink? Why no pink? Why no pink moonflower
Grow
seeds?
some real buttes.
A letter, huh? Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
So, you know about the letter?
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Which is it, man? Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
You could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you? Indeed. Our aim is to defeat every last one. Every last one?
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Everyone.
Weiss!
Beware, this man is a shade.
Damn it! It's a trap!
I figured as much.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it.
Kaine, the villagers are possessed.
But not all of them. Some still human, so be careful.
I'm sorry, but if I kill your family members who are possessed by shades, who may be able to be unpossessed by shades.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not going to abandon my own sister!
Kaine, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
Stay back, kid. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care what she is! She's my sister, and I love her.
Kaine once again gets taken out, even though we were both looking the same direction. We both should have been able to stop this shade. Hell, Emil should have been able to help too. Why have you done this? We just want to live our lives in peace.
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
Well, you should have learned a better way to communicate with humans, because you're, It is you who have lost your humanity. You are the true monsters.
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
You are the cursed ones. You are the ones who should die. You know, to be fair, they aren't entirely wrong.
Villagers are under attack over there.
We're the replicants.
Help us! Help us, please! We are chased!
Oh no! Ah! We're the Shades.
I blame you for all of this!
Oh, well, the items disappeared. I was gonna use one of my strength capsules.
What could those black swirls be?
A supreme shade.
This village's history.
I was gonna use, here we go, a strength capsule. Alright, big boss, big eyeball. I like how it has little butterflies all around it. It's this dark monstrosity. But hey, it looks a little pretty too.
By my pages, is this beast a shade as well? That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
Our village, our world. Where am I? Who am I? You are what happens when you combine too many shades into one body. Which is really interesting.
Something from within, creature.
Holy shit.
Is this the combined power of all those shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
So we've like leveled up my attack.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back.
In
Those are shades.
inside the shade? Inside the giant ball? What are you talking about, Emil? I need exploration. Or explanation.
The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic. Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
This is a very conflicting fight. It's got its retaliation laser attack!
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
I'll try to pin it down!
Emil!
Emil!
I'll keep it busy! You should be able to attack from behind! Go around and get it! Please, hurry!
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once.
I'm already on my way, Grimoire Weiss. Don't worry. So there's the question. So they can make replicants, which are basically humans without souls.
Closer. You cannot harm it from below.
And humans without souls can still think of themselves as if they're regular humans and be sentient and have lives and love and all that. So then, if they can be possessed by shades, as the original, because we're just shells, we're empty shells.
Are you there yet?
I'm making my way. I'll be here just wailing on it. I think that's all we can do.
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Careful, Emil. Won't help anyone if we lose you here.
So I'm just wondering,
You beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
did it absorb the replicants as if they were souls? How does that work?
Come on! Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
Well, the giant ball of shade / villagers combination is all destroyed. Transition to sleep mode is proceeding smoothly. May God have mercy on us all. I don't know what that means. Who are the ones going to sleep? That part of the Sculpt project isn't explained to us yet.
Emil. Emil, wait.
Emil!
He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
Ah, fuck. This ain't good, sunshine.
Don't worry. She won't be destroyed by this massive village-destroying attack. It doesn't affect her for some reason. Hey, Emil. It's a real shame you destroyed the entire village, but we're glad to have you back. Which is the entire argument that our character is going to give him as well. Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy. Eviscerate. Crush. Kill. These are the dark impulses that override all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Emil's dream. Rampage. Oh, jeez. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the mission! Number 6 is out of control! Everyone get out of here, now! Get out of here! The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heart-breaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a blood corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched starving beast. This creature, this thing, is Experimental Weapon 6, also known as Hulua. No! Oh no, please stop! Oh God, save me! Save me! I don't want to die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If Number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarm falls silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent chamber or corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his eyes restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Oh, this isn't us. This is some other dude with Emil. Rubble scattered here and there across the floor of this corridor, making this journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me? Could you please walk a little bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded and, rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to warm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes!" roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his eyes shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as Number 7. He is a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barks the man. "Never look at me!" "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. Oh my Jesus. "Sir, stop! You're hurting me!" "I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it!" The man knows this boy. This weapon could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet, let's move." Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained a deep red, he has a sudden image of a warm, gooey brownies slathered in strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought. When he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being, rendered into what can only be described as paste. The man blinks. His mind strangely goes blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply ceased altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thought into form is folly. You could go the rest of the way on your own," says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hallway. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with the stench of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squash this plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. "That's the howl I heard before." Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the 3rd level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together, we ate cookies together, we cried together, we laughed together, and sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. I must drink water first. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all floors through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft, crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull ashen gray. And yet, somehow, it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chambers as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Hulula, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply awaits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet, it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent voice. And then years later, we come in and combine them. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentler sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
It's okay if I say so.
But you saved us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you.
But
It's all right. Really. Don't look back.
Obtain the sacrifice key fragment. Yeah, we sacrificed an entire town for it, so hopefully it'll be worth it, right?
Best be off.
Yeah.